Episode 9 is all set to introduce tons of new characters by writer and director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one character that a lot of people are really eager to learn more about is, of course, Keri Russell's character codenamed Mara. Now, for the longest time, we've been thinking that maybe she's going to be Disney's version of Mara Jade. However, these past couple of days or so, we've been actually learning a little bit more about this character that is actually, leading us to believing that she's not going to be a new version of Mara Jade, from what it seems so far, at least. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Keri Russell's character in this film. Specifically, a description of Keri Russell's character codenamed Mara, wearing a helmet that is very similar to a helmet to one of the Knights of Ren in The Force Awakens. She sports black armor, her auburn hair can be seen sticking out of the helmet. There are dead bodies around her with a fire in the background. She wields a spear-like weapon that has lots of electricity near the top of it sparking. The next goes over the Mara character in a unique starfighter cockpit that may be one of the new First Order TIE designs in Episode 9. She is taking out X-Wings and Y-Wings during a major space battle. The last goes over Mara hanging on the edge of a cliff during a major thunderstorm. She is hanging onto the ledge with two hands and appears to be wounded. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this character of Mara in Episode 9. Now, first things first, like I said, it sounds like she's going to be a Knight of Ren over a pretty much, reiteration of Mara Jade from the EU/Legends material. And the reason as to why I say that is because we've been hearing about this armor that she's going to sport in Episode 9, as well as this helmet that looks very similar to one of the Knights of Ren in The Force Awakens. So I believe it's sounding more and more like she's going to be a Knight of Ren, or the lead Knight of Ren by Kylo Ren's side. So the first thing that I really do want to go over is how she actually is using this weapon that's like a spear that has a lot of electricity sparking at the top of it. And this, to me, sounds like the exact same weapon that we saw in The Force Awakens. All the way to the right of the frame, when we do get to see the Knights of Ren, we do see one of the knights holding a spear. Could that be the character of Mara for all we know? It's very, very possible at this point. The other one that I do want to go over, and this is actually going to be a very interesting piece for sure, is how she's using a starfighter in space during a major space battle. Now, do the Knights of Ren have ships? That's a question for sure. Do they have their own starfighters/ships that go out into space? And do they actually follow Kylo Ren? Now, we do know this, is that they're going to have these speeder bikes in Episode 9, kind of similar to what we saw in Solo: A Star Wars Story. With that whole entire side of the actual plot itself, now we'll be entering into Episode 9. So, I find it very intriguing. If this Mara character has her own starship, is she still considered a Knight of Ren? Is it still possible that she's going to be a Knight of Ren? And the last one that really does, connect to The Force Awakens, I believe, is how she's hanging on to a ledge of one of the cliffs. So this is all taking place during a big thunderstorm. And if you look at The Force Awakens, what do we see? We see a big thunderstorm taking place. This could absolutely be a part of the flashback sequence in which we learn more about the Skywalker lightsaber and Maz Kanata, and how she actually came across the actual Jedi weapon and stored it away. So, with that being said, guys, we do know that Keri Russell, she's going to be a major character in this film. She's not going to be like a mere cameo or like a small character or anything like that. She's going to be basically the Holdo of Star Wars The Last Jedi. And what I mean by that is screen time-wise. The amount of screen time that Holdo got in The Last Jedi is probably what Keri Russell will be getting in this movie, if not more. She's actually said to have a key role in this film, a very important role in Episode 9. It seems more and more likely that she's either going to be A, a lead Knight of Ren, or B, Kylo Ren's new apprentice. either of which could point to this character being Force sensitive. And I think that we're going to learn more revelations about the Knights of Ren. I think that we're going to get this full confirmation in the film that they are indeed Luke Skywalker's ex-Jedi students who actually were taken away by Kylo Ren. Either, either on their own, or maybe they were forced to go with Kylo. We're not quite sure exactly what, happened in that flashback scene. We don't know the full story. If Kylo slowly turned them to the dark, or, if Kylo dragged them and forced them to come along. That's one question for sure. So, Mara Jade, we do know that in the EU and Legends material, great character and whatnot, and if they are to recreate this character in Star Wars Episode 9, I'm not quite sure how the fans would agree with it. And I think I'm getting an idea of as to why they call her Mara as a code name, is because this is going to be a major character by Kylo Ren's side. Kylo Ren is now the leader of the First Order. In the EU, Palpatine, of course, being the leader of the Empire, basically, right? By his side, he had Mara Jade, basically his personal assassin, where he sent her out to take out certain individuals throughout the galaxy. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are